Good afternoon, good evening, good night, good moment to you wherever and whenever you are on this sweet, wild, sacred earth. I'm Julie Ling, and this is the Voice of Wonder. Thank you for joining me. I invite you to let yourself settle in, to just drop into this moment, this now here, that will never come again. Notice how you're being breathed. Your breath rises and falls like a tide. Bringing in oxygen and releasing anything you do not need. And I invite you to remember that what we don't need is what the trees breathe in. Oxygen is what they breathe out. There's this beautiful synchronicity, isn't the word, symbiosis. And thank God for the trees, because they breathe in so much carbon dioxide that we and our things have produced. And it's like one man's treasure, one man's garbage is another man's treasure, or woman, or person, or non-binary soul, whatever term you like. I had a friend who liked the word people because it didn't have man or male in it. Anyway, like what we release often serves someone else or something else. So I invite you to drop into your breath and notice that what you release is a gift for some other being. What they release is a gift for you. That's a lovely thing I often don't remember. And I invite you, as always, to listen to the flute and let it bring you home into your heart. As your breath rises and falls, let your spirit settle into this beautiful, wild, sweet, sacred body of yours that is also unique in all the world. It's only yours, your home on this planet. And just be. If you've been following my channel, you might have noticed that I didn't come and post a video for 12 days. And one of the things that came up, several things came up for me during that time. I realized that I was giving from an empty cup. From the 8th of April to, it was 12 days ago before yesterday, I think. So to like the 1st or 2nd of July, posted 108 videos. And there were a couple of times where I recorded 2 videos in a day and posted one the next day, but not very often. And I felt so much pressure. And my views had started to drop. And I realized that somehow the worth had become out there in how many people watched. That was the value of my doing this. And I became more and more drained and depleted. And I would look at other videos and see, oh, this person has 1 million views. This person has thousands of subscribers. Why would anybody want to listen to me? And people stopped watching. And I felt so sad. I felt this sense of despair. And I remembered something a friend of mine told me, that in her community there's a saying, comparison is the thief of delight. And I'm talking about this because I invite you to notice where comparison has been the thief of your delight. You're the only one of you in this world. In any world, you're the only one. And we need you. Where have you let comparison steal your delight? In the end, it's all apples and oranges. And so I invite you to just notice and meet the part of you that perhaps has compared yourself, found yourself lacking, found yourself failing, found yourself less than or not enough. And I want to ask you this question. Not enough for whom? Not enough for somebody else out there? Not enough for the ubiquitous and invisible they? Not enough for you? You're the only one who gets to decide what's enough for you. And there may be others out there who said, you weren't enough for me. Well, okay. Maybe, maybe not. But do you own it? Do you take it in and wear it like a black cloak that you hide behind? I've done that. Or can you be so gracious and generous that you're willing to let other people judge you however they will? Like you could stop it. Like I could stop it. And I've tried most of my life. That trick never works, Bullwinkle. It never does. So what if you could be gracious enough to let other people think whatever they think? And what if you could meet the part of yourself that feels like less? And say, maybe they're right. I don't know. Maybe they're right. And I'm going to stop joining that Greek chorus of criticism in my head or out there. And I'm going to meet you. I'm going to join you. I'm going to wrap you in my arms and tell you, you are more than enough for me. You are my only me. And I choose to love you. I choose to hold you. I choose to decide that you are enough because you were born, because you are here. And the proof is in your breathing in and out. The breath, the most sacred thing, is already given for you. So you must be precious. You must be enough. You must be worthy because you are here. I invite you to just sit with that possibility, that what if, and maybe pick up the part of you that's afraid you're not enough. I've had mentors and teachers who said, I've worked with millionaires, billionaires, movie stars, rich and famous people, and we all have the same fears, that we're an imposter, that other people will see we're not enough. If that's the truth, then be the one you've been waiting for. Pick up that child inside of you, so afraid, so terrified, she or he, or they or it are not enough. Put them on your lap. Tell them they're enough for you. What if you were and are and have always been enough? Because you were born, because you're here breathing in and out. What if the truth is you're made out of light? And as a friend once said to me, just try and hurt the light. Just try it. Go sit with that sunbeam coming through your window and get out your sharpest knives and do your best. See if you can hurt it. I couldn't. I didn't really try. What if you're made of life? What if you are made of stars? Energy cannot be erased, deleted, it only changes form. So that must be true of you. So I invite you to just rest for a minute in the possibility that you are now, have always been, and will always be enough. What if the one you've been waiting for to tell you that your entire life was you, and now you can? Even if it's just a practice to see if it feels better, to see if you feel livelier, to see if you can find a little more ease. And maybe, like so many practices, it's not a one and done. It's a practice. It's a practice. Oh, there's that part of me again that's afraid I'm not enough. I made a mistake and I just want to cover my face and find the deepest, darkest place to hide. Please don't. Nurture yourself. Take time if you need it. One of my mentors in the past, Susan Weed, was a very well-known herbalist, said to a group of women I was with, and I've said this before and I'll say it again, if you don't do it, if you don't say it, you deprive us all of a gift. So whatever it is, I invite you to do it. I invite you to say it. And if it's something that you've been meaning to say to someone you love, someone you care about, someone you pass on the street and you think, what a beautiful smile, and you think for a moment of saying, oh, thank you for your smile. It's so beautiful. You made my day. And then you go, oh no, they don't want to hear that. They don't need to hear that. It feels vulnerable. I've done that. I've done that. I remember once stopping a woman at Trader Joe's and telling her how delighted I was by her outfit. And she looked at me with tears in her eyes and said, thank you so much. You just made my day. If that's the case, what difference would telling someone you love what you love about them make? I invite you to find out. I invite you to find out. We think, oh, they know. But you know what? They've got that same part that's afraid they're not really enough, or they don't deserve whatever it is, or the mistake makes them wrong and bad. And if you tell them what you love, if you tell them what you're grateful for, it could make a huge difference. So whatever it is, I invite you to do it. I invite you to say it to yourself and to others in your life. I was at the beach one day here where I live, and I'm always so happy when I go to the beach. It's really beautiful. And I'd just gotten out of my car and the sun was about to set and it was beaming, and this woman who was walking past me with her friend paused and said to me, thank you for your smile. It changes everything. And it just lit me up inside. It still does when I think about it. I don't know her name. I never met her before. I've never seen her afterwards. And sometimes when that voice inside of me is so loud, I remember the look on her face all lit up as she thanked me for my smile and told me it made all the difference. And I invite you to think about, like, what treasures like that have you tucked away? And can you take them out when you feel blue? I don't have any blue behind me, but you know, when you feel blue, like that. You see it? I think you can see it, yeah. When you feel blue, what can you take out and unwrap for yourself that someone else has said or done for you to help you feel a little better? into your day with a little more kindness for yourself. Let your heart sing to the parts of you that are afraid that you aren't enough. Instead of pushing them away or dismissing them, can you set them on your lap and offer them a little more love? Offer yourself a little more love. Open up somewhere inside of you, have a little piece of paper with written down on it some wonderful thing someone said to you. Take it out and read it to yourself. I'm Julie Ling, inviting you to let your heart, your kindness, your love, your uniqueness sing a little bit more today. Oh, goodness. It's up against the metal. There we go. Have a beautiful and a blessed day.